That's a big picture. Hey, everybody. I can never tell if you can hear me. So let me know if you can. Can you see me? Can you hear me? That's just too big of a picture. I decided to come outside and sit on the porch today because the lighting is better. You can hear me? Yeah, okay, good. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Mama T and Jen P. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Gracie, I hope you're doing okay today. I hope your day's better. Hey, Brianna, Camping Mama, Christine. Who else do we have? Mr. Black Wolf. Watch from the bushes or the roof. Kentucky girl. Good to see y'all. So, we'll just kind of chit chat for a bit. Like I said, I decided to come sit outside today because inside I sit by that window and I'm cold anyway. So I was like, I'll just come out here on our porch. The only place I decorated for Christmas was out here. And I did it before Thanksgiving. Normally I'm like the Grinch and I'm just like, nope, screw it. I am not going to decorate. I mean, it depends, when there's no kids around or whatever. Sometimes it's just like, eh. So I did decorate out here. I'm telling y'all, I'm happy that StreamYard, I understand that they're very expensive now, right? Like I did do the Black Friday thing, so that's good. So I did save some money, but I had to pay for a full year. But at least they have added some things to it for their monthly. Because I think if you don't pay for it up front, it's like $45 a month, something stupid. But you can do these AI things. I think I showed some yesterday. I just did one now while I was waiting. And you can make whatever. Maybe we can play around with that. I don't even know what else. I was just doing Christmas stuff. I was like, man, I bet you I can get into some trouble with that. I don't know if any of y'all, I think some of y'all do. Hey, Helen, good to see you. I think some of you watched Flava, and she she and Tobo went live last night, and she had like one of these AI things that she did, and it was kind of crazy. Let's see. So glad you're back. Katie should be worried. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit. Andy from Popcorn Planet was deemed not a journalist by a judge. This may set a precedent. So Christine, I guarantee you know way more about this than I do. I'm not even too familiar with him. I just noticed her posts about him and how she's trying to throw him under the bus, of course, as she does with every creator that she's, feels she's in competition with, I think. And so if you have anything that you know about that you want to throw into chat, please do. Because I was also kind of hoping that Renelle was going to kind of jump into, kind of swing by today because she'll come into chat and I think she knows more about it than I do. Anybody that knows anything about that, because I'm going to show some posts that she's made and everything that I'm going to show has been within the last 2 weeks ish, right? And so we will talk about that. She's throwing him under the bus big time and just doing what she does, dirty shit behind the scenes. Yeah, right, Gracie, that is good info because there's some things I was like, I hope Renelle jumps in here so I can ask her. Oh, Goose is in here. I didn't see that. Good to see you. I just saw that somebody acknowledged you. Oh, Mr. Black Wolf. So yeah, so yesterday when we went live towards the end, I was going to talk about this whole situation in Ohio with that creator Feisty, who is suing another TikToker and then a YouTuber. Crash Out Kaylee's on a few platforms. And whenever I played the clip of it, I could tell people were like, nope, out, because she yells and she screams, right? And good to see you, Goose. Chris, he's fighting it. Let me put this up here so I don't. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. Show on stage. Wow, they changed how to do this shit. Okay. I haven't pinned any comments yet. I almost banned you, Christine. So if I do, like, listen, thank you for putting out Crash Out Kaylee's channel. If you seem blocked or banned or something, hopefully we'll recognize it, but it'll be complete. I'll let you know if someone's in here cussing me out, pissing me off, if I'm gonna like mute you or something, or if like Mama T's going to, she'll give you a warning. Jim P will give you a warning. Mods will give you a warning. If I accidentally, I almost just, like I said, I almost deleted Christine. So, um, oh no, Goose. He already went back to work? Dang. So Christine says he's fighting a subpoena from Blake Lively to turn over his sources. So let me ask you this. One thing I did know was that he was part of the group that received a subpoena, and Katie Joy was in that group as well, right? So Katie Joy's has been set aside. Is that correct? But is Popcorn Planet still on the in the crosshairs with that? And so he's from what I saw of Katie Joy making a post, he's down in Florida. If KJ was Andy's source, y'all. I mean, she's sitting here. She'll end up sued by Blake. She's sitting here talking about how Ryan Reynolds is a schmurderer. We're gonna show those too. Yeah, it's y'all. She just, so yesterday, whenever I was, we caught up with what's going to happen with the lawsuit. Again, nothing is, everything's just kind of behind, right? I mean, everything's just sitting still right now. There's a hearing, December 31st in the morning. And I don't think it's going to go well for Katie. I just don't. I really don't. If there's any filings that happen before then, I'll let you know. But what you wanting, Jennifer P? Me or someone in chat? So I don't think it's going to go good for her at all. I don't. And so there's that, that I really only like to talk about her lawsuit, because everything else is she drives me crazy. But I was looking through a lot of my screenshots and stuff that I had, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot about this, and some things that she said recently. And no, KJ. So yeah, and I'll just say it again real quick for those that, I mean, because it is important. Like, so Katie Joy, as we know, it was the summary judgment happened. The judge made a ruling, and Katie Joy said, oh, I won half of my lawsuit, which we know is pure shit because she didn't. It basically, like we said, the judge ruled in part and granted, and what she granted in part was there were 17 statements that the judge could not access, right? The judge could not, for whatever reason, the links didn't work. There's Renelle. I was just talking about you. I have some questions for you. I hope your mom's doing okay. Hopefully you can hang out for just a couple minutes so I can ask you these questions. But so she, look, this is why I can't read chat, y'all. I swear my ADD. What was I saying? I mean, I know I was talking about Katie Joy. It is good to see everybody. It is so good to see everybody. I'm so glad to be back. But she basically said, that she won half of her lawsuit, and we know that she didn't, and that she took it. Thank you for putting Renelle's channel, Mama T. She took it and just said that she won. But look, I made a video and I went back and I found those 17 statements that the judge, for whatever reason, could not access that day. And they are still on Katie's Instagram. So if it goes to trial or whatever, those 17 statements can still come out and be seen. But Katie Joy made it sound like she won, and she didn't. The judge agreed with all the other ones that she did access, right? So then Katie Joy, even though she said she won, she's like, oh, I need to, this isn't right. You don't know what you're doing. You made a shitty ruling. So she was granted to be able to file a motion to reconsider. And that's being, that's what's under review right now. And in the meantime, 7M filed a motion for injunctive relief or a temporary injunction. Basically, shut up, Katie, stop talking. And we don't know what the ruling is on that. The hearing on October 17th, we know, was regarding Katie Joy's motion to reconsider. They might have brought up the motion for injunction, but what we do know now is that they made a hearing for December 31st. And my guess is it is going to be for this injunction. And Katie Joy's team came out and said, hey, look, here's some new evidence. Robert Shin, as you know, was raided, and he's refusing to tell the courts in Minnesota, which is BS. He was not refusing to tell the courts in Minnesota. Katie Joy is saying that he did. And of course, 7M brought that up to the judge that no, that's not the case. But then just before that, she said, look, when he was raided, they seized $105,000 cash, and he just got a notice of forfeiture that they're holding that money. And so this is new evidence to prove that he is being, that he is under investigation. So on the 31st, I'm sure that will be heard along with whatever this motion for injunction is. And I'm telling you, she talks shit about the judge. She talks shit about the court. I don't see it going well for her. Jensen, what is Jensen saying? Yeah, we're not going to block anybody. I know Mama T knows not to block anybody. When am I going to talk about Renelle Smith having a stalking order against her? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, Jensen. And let me tell you this, you're not going to come in here and harass Renelle. So I don't know the situation, and Renelle answered for herself. If you have a question, ask her, but you're not going to do this chat. So Mama T, if you do want to time them out, I'm fine with that. So Renelle, my question for you is, do you know, because I know Christine filled us in a little bit when it comes to Andy, Popcorn Planet. Could you tell me, can you explain to me, like a 5-year-old, who exactly he is and his role with this, and why Katie Joy, and I'm going to put up some of the posts that Katie Joy has, and I know that you might not be able to stay in here, Renelle. So if you can just, like I said, explain to me like I'm 5. You should make it short and brief, but there are some comments that I'm going to put up here, and we'll talk about that. So if I don't have the back, look, I'm not going to lie, I find it extremely boring. I just, the whole Blake Lively stuff, and there's other things that I watch and pay attention to, and that's just not a priority for me. I watch other trash crap. Yeah, Goose, we'll all pray that if you're looking for a job, that you get the job you are wanting. Can I bring Renelle on? Christine, yes, I can. Let me tell you, I'm on my phone, and this is a new version of StreamYard, and I don't even know how to send a link. Let me see. Because I'm on my phone, I don't know if I can. Yes, Renelle, we love you. I don't know what that was all about, and honestly, I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And excuse me for throwing the F-bomb earlier, but there's no reason to whatever. Yeah, I think that because I was on my laptop yesterday and I could pin the link, but I don't know if I can. I honestly think, yeah, y'all saw it yesterday. I was fumbling around. Like I'd pull up, I was so proud of myself. Like I was able to share the document and then it would just disappear. So I'm like, what? And it's that crappy ass laptop. Look, when I sold my business, I sold all my computers, like the computers I had and my, my screens and everything with it, right? My phone number. And I said, I'm never going to do this again. I'm moving to the country. That's where I'm going to be. And so anyways, all right. show on stage. Popcorn Planet has a background with movies, and he got involved with the Blake Lively lawsuit. He spoke to people that worked with Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Okay, that's very helpful. You were invested in the Blake Lively case, but it got boring. I think at first I was kind of interested in it. Did not approve, and she sent him papers. Blake Lively did, because so he was one of the ones that got subpoenaed. What happened with Katie Joy's subpoena? So that went out the window, right? For whatever reason. Yeah, I was here for it at first too. You saw mean people in chat, and love tends to cast demons away. It does. I mean, look, we love Renell. And if you don't, that's fine. Not everybody loves me either. Okay. But we're not gonna spew hate. Like I can handle it. Look, if you want to come at me, that's one thing, but I'm not gonna let you attack people in chat. And I'll tell you one thing, Renell is way braver than me. Renell's a lot more bold than me. Sometimes I'll tuck tail and run, and Renell's not gonna do that. So, she absolutely can handle herself. So if you have a problem with Renell, you take it to Renell. If you have a problem with me, take it to me. And then to Renell, because she'll stand up for me. So, okay, I know some of y'all know this, and maybe some of y'all don't, but somebody's pregnant. Does anybody know who it is? Anybody? He was the very first one to get subpoenaed with Perez and Candace, and KJ was the second round to get subpoenaed. Thank you, Renell. And so Katie, her subpoena wasn't dismissed, and so was Perez Hilton's, right? Like he fought it in court. Katie didn't have to go that far, right? Didn't KJ get a lot of donos? Yes, she did. She did that video. I think Renell Smith, did you do a video? Like I have to say your last name. Renell, did you do a video on that where Katie, like she did the video saying that she needed money, but it didn't cost her anything. And I think Renell was able to prove that. If you have the link to that, Renell, and you want to put it in chat to that video, and people want to reference that, please do. It's on Renell's channel. Renell, you can pin your link, Mama T. I know she knows it, but if you know that video link, yeah, Renell can be my bodyguard any day. sometimes I'm a little chick. No, not really. Really, I'm not. But again, that's not my beef to fight, right? And we're not going to bring it here. So, okay, so we'll get back to the unless we want to do that first. Do we want to talk about that first since Renell's here? So I'm not gonna be able to see chat for a second. We're gonna go, I'm gonna pin some of these posts that Katie has made about him. And then that way, since Renell's here, she'll be able to explain. But again, there is a pregnancy announcement. It's not anybody that I care about. It's not nothing that I even give a shit about, but there is somebody that's pregnant. We're gonna talk about that and show pictures. But I mean, I don't want to say I don't care about it, right? A pregnancy is always a happy thing, and I do think she'll be a good mama. Okay, let's see here. Let me go. Oh, yeah, and then we'll do these other ones. Hold on, let me see. I believe. I know. Okay, so here's the main one, and you know what? My eyes are not that good, so I've got it on my other phone to read because I refuse to get glasses. I know that's ridiculous, but it's like then I'm admitting that. Look, I mean, it's like the size of the print on a travel size shampoo bottle while you're in a steamy shower. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like. Who's pregnant? Well, now you don't know who's pregnant? I'll give you a hint. She's related to Miranda. So basically this says, I have tried to raise concerns about Andy's history in the past, only to be accused of targeting another creator and or of defaming him because I shared articles like the NBC article. Andy made a video when he returned to YouTube. He acknowledged having sex with a teen fan who was over 18. The video was supposed to exonerate him, but it honestly doesn't make him look any better. He owned a massive platform and met fans at events. He denied there was any sexual abuse that occurred. He was married at the time. I only wanted to share because the Depp case. Oh, that's the only reason why you wanted to share? It's not because you wanted to throw somebody on the bus. You don't want to discredit somebody, Katie Joy? Give me a break. Moderators and viewers of his channel came forward with similar allegations, and some allegedly received unsolicited nude videos of him pleasuring himself. I don't want any of my viewers potentially harmed in any way. So, Katie Joy, the good person that she is, sorry. I said, did you get pregnant? If you're talking to me, that's, yeah, that funny, not funny. However, I haven't gone through menopause yet, but I don't think I still don't think that's a problem. It should be. So here, Katie Joy is trying, the good person she is, she doesn't want any of her viewers potentially harmed in any way. So it is her duty to throw other people under the bus. She's such a piece of crap. Not wanting to associate with Andy made me an outcast in the creator community. Is that why you're an outcast, Katie Joy? Because you didn't want to associate with Andy? I don't know much about the guy. He might be a total weirdo. He might be a great guy. I don't know. I'm not saying either. I'm not here to say that. And is this post recent? 2 days ago, I believe, or no? This was on her Instagram stories. 3 days ago? I think it was 3 days ago now. Because I have it set for 2 days ago. Not wanting to associate with Andy made me an outcast in the creative community covering this case, but as a victim of RAPE and an advocate for victims of sexual violence, I stuck to my principles. Katie Joy and her principles, those good old principles. I don't know. See, this is the shit she does because she obviously needs to discredit him for something and gain credit somewhere. She thinks that's what happened. That's what she does. She does this to everybody. And I'm pretty sure he did not take this lightly. I know he's seen it. But I don't think I can't imagine he's taking it lightly. I don't know what'll happen. Andy's not someone she wants to piss off. I mean, she pisses everybody off. And I hope that he's not. I don't know, again, who he is. I should have looked into it more before I got on here, but I was working on a video for that thing yesterday that I was talking about, the Ohio thing. And I did finish the video and it's uploaded. I just have to, I didn't have time to make the thumbnail and do the title and all that. So I should have done my due diligence, but then I was like, oh, somebody in chat will probably know. And if Renell stops in, KJ, the Crusader, rise again, right? Yeah, we're here. She's here to save everybody. She's losing traction with her Blake Lively content. Is she losing views? So she has to stir up drama. It's a pattern, isn't it, Renell? It is. It's a pattern. We all know it. We know it all too well. And she is going after the wrong one. She said, because she's a victim of this, she's stuck to her principles and she doesn't regret it. I truly hope Melissa, this is what I need help with too, Renell. Melissa Nathan's connection to Baldoni doesn't harm doesn't harm his case. Melissa Nathan, I don't know exactly who she is, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. So if anybody does, please say it so in chat. This one also, Renell, was a couple days ago. I hope she's going after the wrong one. We keep saying it. I'm telling you, there's another lawsuit in the air. I just feel it and I know it, and I'm here for it. I tried to warn people giving her shout outs, but my posts were removed. What? Katie Joy removed your post saying so. Melissa Nathan is someone that was also involved in the case. Yeah. And I mean, Katie's just stirring up stuff and, but more for me to show this stuff, it's more about how she's turning it about herself, right? That's what she does. She makes everything about herself, everything. So this one says that, so this was an article and it says he was canceled during the hashtag Me Too movement. Now he's using YouTube to attack celebrity accusers. Pushback against the hashtag Me Too movement and the shifting economics on YouTube have elevated Andy and other online creators to new heights. And so she posted this article, and apparently this might have caused Melissa Nathan sent Katie Joy a cease and desist, and we know that. When? When did that happen? It's about time she gets another lawsuit. Mama T, I feel it. I feel it in me bones. I think it's going to happen. Here's an article on NBC about Andy. How do you say his last name? Signor? Senior? I don't want to say it wrong. Signor? Signore. I'm just kidding. And the accusations. The issue is that he focuses on one woman and her claims. He focuses on one woman? Okay. See what I mean? This is all about flipping it, all about insulting somebody else to give her credit, to, give her more credit. Oops, what did I just do with that? Yet there have been multiple women accusations of sending inappropriate videos and using his platform to prey on fans. It's a pretty big accusation there, Katie Joy Paulson. He has denied this, but this article has interviews with former employees and women who have accused him. His connection to Baldoni and Nathan is the kind of story that Blake Lively will pounce on to further paint Baldoni and Wayfarer as sex pests by communicating with Andy for months. So let's throw him under the bus. Let's say that he's doing it all wrong and what he's going to cause some issues with all this. But, Katie Joy's the savior. So, start watching her. Katie is thinking she's going to cancel Andy over something years ago he already spoke about. Oh, this is years old information? Wow. Yeah, it's about time. She can't go too long without one. Y'all, I'm telling you though, a year ago, if you would have asked me about the Katie Joy lawsuit, I would have said, I was always kind of 50-50. I had my hopes. Now I think it's very bad for her. I know she thinks Robert Shin's going to prison. And I've never stated my position on that. Many years old, huh? Even if he goes to prison, this doesn't die necessarily. Okay. Miranda and James are still part of this lawsuit. And just because he's in prison doesn't mean that this can't be carried out. Okay. He's not dropping it. I can tell you that right now. That dude's out for blood, I think. She needs another one to keep her busy. That's exactly it. Like that's her, it's what gets her off. All right. Let's remove that one. So yeah, Mama T, Renell, these are just a few days old. Here's another one. Again, I'm going to read it from my phone because of my old eyes. When he posted a video of him calling Blake's lawyer without consent, when he said the call was being recorded and blamed him for her subpoena. Okay. Makes sense. Thank you. All right, which one am I on? Do I not have that one in Dropbox? Oh, here it is. Katie says, Andy has to hand over all his communications with Melissa Nathan, who he spoke to for 6 months from January to June 2025. He does not qualify for journalist privilege because under Florida law, he does not qualify. So that must be, remember we looked at a comment yesterday that Katie was talking about how he didn't qualify for journalistic privilege, but she did in Minnesota. Do you remember that? We showed it yesterday. And I think I took it off of here. I'm on my phone today, so I can't go back and pull up all that stuff. But she said basically that was awarded journalistic privilege in the state of Minnesota. We know that's not true. We know for a fact that's not true. I think Balls just put a post up on Instagram showing that that's BS. She should be interpreting her own documents. I'm still convinced she writes them, the majority of them. Oh, I've got a heater out here. My kitty cat is over next to it. Is that warm, Sparky? Where's Bella? I had a dog out here who came out here with me, and it's cold. I mean, I have the heater on in here. I have a little heater, but she's a dog that gets really cold. So I hope she's not up to no good. I hope she's, not up to no good. Hey, Ruth Carroll, that's all right that you're late. I'm just glad you're here. Good to see you. No one is deemed her a journalist. I know. And I was explaining yesterday where she got that from and why she says that. But obviously this is part of, imagine this, some legal document that Katie Joy has. that she's saying that he didn't qualify as a journalist in Florida. So, yeah, it said plausibly a journalist. And then in the summer of 2024 is when the ruling, when the order came out for there was a hearing for motion. Well, I did this yesterday. I had a total for discovery for motion to compel hearing. And when within that order, the judge said, you're not a journalist, so quit saying that you're not going to provide discovery due to journalistic privilege, because this court has not deemed you a journalist. Spit it up, lady. Like, cough it up. You're not a journalist. I apologize. Stephanie Jones sent KJ a cease and desist, not Melissa Nathan. No, that's what I was saying. She sent it to Katie Joy. Katie Joy got another cease and desist. How do I not know this? Renelle, why aren't you in my inbox telling me this? I'm just kidding. We're coming into my streams that I have not had, that I just started back up yesterday because I paid for a year of StreamYard up front. So now I'm like, I gotta go live. And I'm gonna be gone pretty much starting tomorrow up until mid next week. So I won't be able to go live or anything. Like if something happens, I can do a quick video or something, or make a post, or maybe go live for a few minutes to talk about it. Like if anything big happens, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Okay, so let's go to, did I show this one? He also knows Ryan Reynolds and worked with him right before he was fired from Screen Junkies. So whatever all that means, I don't want to be lying to y'all. Let's see what this one says. If Amber Stavig is paying attention, she could use the fact that Andy is not considered a journalist. I think that, and here's the thing, at this point, it's going to be sucked for her either way. If she's deemed a journalist, she's going to be held to a higher standard. If she's not deemed a journalist, Katie Joy is arguing that she is in fact a journalist. So the jury might hold her up to that, and she'll be held to those standards. So in my opinion, I personally don't think it matters either way for her. I honestly don't. I think that either way, but yeah. But apparently this is down in Florida and she's in Minnesota. But again, this court, and Amber Stavig did put that in let me find this one. Amber Stavig did put that in in one of the filings, like saying basically like she's not a journalist. Like she's always repeating the fact like she's not a journalist. Like and if she was, this is still going against ethics, basically. You see what I'm saying? Like she's not saying those words, but when Andy Zach Kiersey, how do you say her last name? Flay, is that right? A creator named Donna used to shout her out and direct viewers to her, until myself and a few others in this community DM'd them about 7M and others. Oh, well, good job. So these people, and there is something I have been told, but I don't know if I can say it out loud, so I'm not going to, kind of regarding that. And again, I don't know enough about it, but is that you, Bella? Okay, so this one, Andy covered the Depp versus Heard case and even met Johnny after the trial was over. Depp is repped by Melissa Nathan, but his inclusion in the case isn't good for Justin Baldoni and will fuel Blake Lively's supporters of a conspiracy to take her down. So, again, I can't speak on, how accurate any of this crap is. That flaw. Okay. Thank you. I need to get my act together from and talk about it. But really, I wanted to show these, but some of these refer back to, what we talk about a lot. So that's one reason why I wanted to. Did I already show that one? I might have. Let's see. Yeah, that one we just showed. Am I going backwards? No, I had it in there twice. Okay, so that's pretty much it about Andy, I think, no, there's some Reddit things that she did. Yeah, you want to challenge me to read that one, y'all? I actually probably could. I have my eyesight's still pretty good up close. Far away, that's the issue I have. And again, I just refuse. I don't know why. I just need to go see an optometrist, right? Get my eyes checked. There's somebody that I talked to in the chat that worked worked for an eye doctor for many years. And I just don't want to tell them that I'm this kind of person. Okay, so now I got to find this one. Did it upload? Yeah. It's this one. No. Let me put this one up. Okay. This person on Reddit says, yeah, Christine, it's not gonna matter. At this point, I don't think it's gonna matter either way. And I think that's why, yay, Sean made it. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining. I think at this point, 7M is like, yeah, journalists or no journalists, they're gonna see right through this. So this one is on Reddit, the subreddit, and of the I don't have the name of it on here, but I know what it is. I just can't think of it. The whole It Ends With Us subreddit situation that Katie Joy has spent a lot of time in, apparently. If anybody's a member of the Katie Joy Discord, I have not been in there in a while. I have not been in there in months, but I would guarantee that they are keeping up with her on Reddit. I got this from Balls online. So like her post. So if she might have gotten it out of Discord, I don't know. She might have gotten it from Reddit. She might have gotten it off the Discord. So I'm going to give both of them credit for these Reddit snapshots, screenshots. But if anybody's a member over there, I guarantee you, they would talk about this. I'm pretty certain. I might go in there and check later. Hey, Cheryl, good to see you. Thanks for joining. And anybody else I have not acknowledged or greeted because I'm focusing on something else. Please don't think you don't matter. I'm so grateful for everybody that's here. Okay, so in Reddit, one of the people, sweet but not dumb, says, wow, I'm shocked and feel stupid for donating to his doc and legal fund. And okay, obviously this is about Andy. I would have never done that had I known. Thanks for informing us. So she obviously said that he's a, big old massive schmexual pervert, to throw him under the bus. Oh, look what he did. Look what he has. And Renell just confirmed, and so did some other people in chat, that information is old, years old. Imagine that. Katie Joy throwing out information to disparage somebody with old news. Say it ain't so. And Katie says, I'm going to get a lot of backlash for doing this. Andy already accused me of defaming him because I spoke about this several months ago. I shared articles about the situation, which included a 2022 piece by NBC. That one that we showed a little while ago with the article from 2022. So yeah, just what Renell said and what whoever else was in chat saying it. I've been ostracized from the wider creator community in this case. Katie, it's because you're an asshole. It's because you're not likable, because you're boring. You're awful. My opinion. Those are my opinions. Those are just my opinions. I think everybody else agrees with that. Anybody else agree with that? How about we bring up her fake? Exactly. She wouldn't like that. And she doesn't like it when it comes up. Thing is, the woman was an adult. His wife. Y'all, this little money sign thing on here is in the way of some of the, there it goes. So I can't read some of the chats so they go up. Woman's wife, though it's a horrible to do to his wife, it was legal. Yeah, it's not good to do to his wife, but nonetheless, I see what you're saying, like semantics, right? Katie Joy, like, come on. Yeah, we understand it's terrible, but you are making it sound even worse. Even worse. She gets ostracized everywhere she goes. I'm surprised she's still in this community, if you want to know the case. I really am. Now, she was booted out at one point, but she was able to get herself kind of brought back into it. So um, I've been ostracized from the wider creator community in this case, and it stems from me making a story that I didn't want to be associated with Andy in any way. Who else? How many other people has she said, recently, let's say within the last 6 months, that she doesn't want to be associated with? Because y'all, it's gonna taint her image. Stay away from them people, Katie Joy. Stay away. It's gonna make you look bad. Come on. I need to protect my background because I work with victims of, okay, this is one of the reasons why I put this one in here to kind of segue out of this Andy thing. Whew. Gosh, she pisses me off, y'all. And that's a me problem. I get it. Like if she makes me this angry, log off, right? That's a me problem. But we're all in this together right now. If I have to read it, y'all have to listen. I need to protect my background because I work with victims of sex trafficking. She works with them, y'all. She works with them. She's an advocate, let's not forget. And helped make a documentary about victims attempting to hold a cult leader accountable. I've spent years advocating and donating to women who flee polygamy. How many of you, raise your hands that are in my chat, remember when she put these victims of polygamy, these people that escaped certain cults, religions, and were in hiding, and she put them in danger. She actually doxed the location. Anybody remember that? What has she done to the Browns? Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, we remember. We don't forget this shit, Katie Joy. So she's been, oh my God, and helped, Lord. Oh Lord, I need to protect my background because I work with victims of trafficking and helped make a documentary about victims attempting to hold a cult leader accountable. I've spent years advocating and donating to women who flee polygamy. I don't want to be tied to anyone that harmed a woman in any capacity. How about a woman that's harmed a man or men? It goes both ways, Katie Joy. She always puts she puts victims in danger. That's my opinion. And there's no greater example, a current example, greater than what she has done to Miranda and James Derrick, period. If you have not seen any of the videos on my channel regarding what she has done to Miranda, they're pretty easy to find. I don't have any videos on my channel much. I've totally kind of dropped the ball. That's another reason I'm going live and trying to do more videos. I need to get back in the algorithm. So please like this live stream. If you haven't, you can hit the thumbs up on the way out. You can go out and do it now. And leave a comment if you don't mind afterwards, because it does help me in the algorithm. And I want to get my channel back to where it was, before, whenever I kind of just, I deleted that other channel. So I would like to get back there. So thank you in advance. I don't want to be tied to anyone that harmed a woman in any capacity. I hope that Justin and his team recognize this error on their end and don't associate. Associate with who? No, you're not going to say his name? I highly doubt Justin would want to be affiliated with Andy on the option alone, I think is what that says. I can't read it on mine. Optics? Optics. Okay. There was a little thing blocking that word, so I couldn't read it on my phone because I'm doing this the old lady way, but don't judge me. Do not judge me. Okay, what does this one say? Let me go to my old lady ways and find that one. I feel like I need a timer. Is it not on here? I think I can actually read that one. I don't see it on here, so let me try to read it. I hope you don't get any backlash. I would never know the truth about someone. Yeah, I can't read that. And you are just speaking up. I watched the Netflix doc you were involved with, and it was great. Oh, this person's an idiot. Let's just forget what they have to say. I would never want to associate with anyone who has been inappropriate either. And she says, thank you. We are still waiting for Robert to be held accountable. There is an ongoing federal investigation, and U.S. attorneys have until January to indict Robert or file a complaint against him to forfeit over $105,000 that the feds seized. Y'all, this is the smallest writing ever. Can't find it on my phone. So again, false information there. But whatever, it's Katie Joy's narrative and that's what she sells. And so this is what she does. She goes and she's going into these other communities and she's bringing in that story to get support, right? Okay, so anyways, let's drop that. Let's drop that whole situation and let's look at this because this is funny as hell. Katie Joy had a birthday before Thanksgiving, right? Her birthday is November 10th and she actually posted this, y'all. Can you imagine the embarrassment? Katie Joy, I swear to, I have someone that says, and I think it's Balls that I've read on her post. She'll say, let me go back to chat. She says that that's Katie Joy's superpower, like just not being able to recognize how stupid she is, like what she's doing, like her narcissism, right? She does not see this. Does the judge decide on the 31st another hearing? When does the judge decide about the injunction? Okay, so the judge is going to be ruling on Katie Joy's motion to reconsider, which I don't see that happening, especially after she called the judge a dumbass, basically. So there's that. I don't see the judge reversing, but however, with the ruling on a motion to reconsider summary judgment, I believe if what I read, if I'm remembering correctly that I read, that in Minnesota, there is no time frame for that. So I don't know when that will be ruled on, but I think this judge, because the hearing on December 31st, I don't have a way to prove that that is solely for the injunction because, we don't have the transcript from the hearing and I wasn't there to say what was heard and what wasn't heard. So I'm assuming, and it's not always great to assume, but at some point before December 31st, the judge will have heard the motion to reconsider, the motion for an injunction, for a temporary injunction, and make a ruling. And so I don't think we'll know anything on the 31st. We probably won't know anything. My guess is until a few months into the new year, unfortunately. Miranda and James have lost millions of dollars because of her, and I pray they will win the tortious interference, winning millions that they are owed. Yeah. Yeah. And I've said before, I don't speak on what my opinions are on Robert Shin, right? But let me tell you this, if he's not arrested, if he's not indicted, he's not charged. In fact, let's just go with the idea that he's cleared, officially cleared. Katie's screwed. I want to say the F word so bad on that because you got to give it some emphasis, right? She is screwed to the highest degree, in my opinion. I could be wrong, right? I mean, shit, O.J. Simpson was found innocent. So there's that. I mean, never say never, right? But I really don't think. So I'm just saying there's that world. That could happen. It could happen to where Robert Shin is cleared of all this. We don't know. I'm not saying he's going to be, but we don't know. Neither does Katie Joy. Nobody knows this, right? So how much weight will that have on this ruling? I don't think much at all. I just don't. I don't. That's not what the judge really is there for necessarily, legally speaking. So if she's found innocent, I have no more trust in the courts. Unitopia, amen. Me neither. I'm moving. I'm leaving this country. Exactly, Michelle. Robert Shin has been sued before and prevailed. And don't think I didn't read a lot of those lawsuits because I did. Now, with my memory, can I sit here and tell you exactly what they were all about and what they did? No, I can't. I have them somewhere. But yeah, he has prevailed. He has. And he has good legal representation. She screwed with the wrong one. Do you remember? Who remembers? Let's put a hand up on this one too. Say it in the comments too if you're watching this after the fact, please. Algorithm. I'm going to be a beggar. Who remembers when she said Robert Shin was poor? Anyone? Do you remember she was in that blue and white polka dot dress, drunk in the very beginning when she thought she was doing something good? And she's talking about how Robert Shin doesn't have any money because in one of the videos they did or something that they did, like media wise, there was an old car, like a 1990s model or something. And then Shirley, I believe it was in relation to Shirley, and Shirley is Robert Shin's attorney to some degree, not representing him in any of this stuff. Yeah, well, she sure did. She doesn't represent him in this, but she is an attorney. She's his ex-wife, right? And then they divorced and he married Hannah and they are all still in cahoots. So, you know, I don't know. It's none of my business. But Shirley had to make it a point to say that was a car they bought to use as a prop. And who's pregnant? We haven't talked about that yet. So you're not late on that one. I'm about to get into that. So she said Robert Shin is poor. Robert Shin ain't poor at all. And I think she realized that and she knows she's screwed. There's no way anyone can say with a sound mind that she didn't commit against Miranda and James. No, I mean, it's awful what she's done. And again, if you haven't seen the videos with the things that she has done to Miranda, please go back and refresh or go back and watch. It's awful. So this up on the screen, Katie Joy actually posted this. I hope every mom has a child that oh wait, no, this isn't the one I meant to put up. But anyways, I'm reading it. I hope, because this is BS. We all know this isn't true. I hope every mom has a child that sees him as a fairy unicorn capable of all things magical. My son says I'm like a fairy and unicorn because I'm so cute. Katie Joy and all her cuteness, y'all. She's so cute. I can barely stand it. Oh my God, she's so cute. It's the last freaking word we will associate Katie Joy with. Cute. Cute, ain't it? Sorry, Katie. Cute, ain't it? And if your son said that, then yeah, then he's cute. Then he's cute. But and I don't talk about her child. I never would. But I'm pretty sure he didn't say that. Just my guess. Okay, where's the other one? Y'all, did I not put it on here? Stop it. Hold on, let me see if I can add it. And then I'll go back to chat. I didn't. Huh. It was on her birthday. How did I not add that one? Let's do it. Let me see if I can find it in my photo library. Let's see. What? Oh, I know why, because it's an older one and it's back, and because I didn't screenshot it, it's back and it's old. Darn it. Y'all, it was a good one too. Boo. It was her birthday and she had the gall to go and put a post and say it's my birthday, and not one person reached out to me. She actually said that on her post. How do I don't look on here and see if I can find when that was, and then I can find it. Well, it was November, duh. Her birthday is November 10th, so it's around that time. Let me see. Bear with me. Bear with me. Found it. Hold on. That looked like it was on there. Let me see. Is this one it? Oh, see, look, y'all just ignore me. I mean, don't ignore me completely to where you leave, but just ignore when I do dumb shit. Today's my it's my birthday today, and I'm sorry, I was wrong. Only one person outside my immediate family contacted me to wish me a happy birthday. One person outside of her immediate family. Okay, I was thinking she said that her family didn't. And then in the bottom says, does this mean I'm old? No, bitch, that don't mean you're old. It means you're completely disliked. Not one person from the YouTube community that you are, all the ones that you've been in over all the years that you've been shunned from, not one person wants to tell you happy birthday. Why? Because people hate you, Katie Joy Wilson. Does this mean I'm old or that I don't have friends? Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. Bitch, ain't got no friends. Kind of sad. You think? This job keeps me glued to my computer and home and has killed my social life. I bet you it's killed more than just your social life. Your poor husband. Happy birthday to me. How freaking pathetic. You know what I would do? I would not tell a damn person that it was my birthday. My birthday's when? Doesn't exist. I ain't got one. My boys completely spoiled me on Saturday. Well, okay, anyways, I'll shut up. Yeah, okay. All right. So, petty, petty, and petty. I can be very petty. Okay, I'm going to go back and look at chat a little bit, and then we'll move on to something else. She says her immediate family reached out. Y'all need to find where my dog is. Hopefully KJ gets caught up in the welfare fraud the feds have been investigating in Minnesota. That was Goose. That's been my thought too. I am not going to lie. We can only hope, right? I mean, it's like, I feel like I don't want to be this person that's like wishing all these bad things on people, but Katie Joy has done so much, y'all. And she needs to be held accountable. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. And it's not like we're just sitting here just saying this. I mean, we have proof to show it. Yeah, because you have no friends, KJ, that's why. Last time I saw her, she was drunk and feeling sorry for herself. Yep. And went off at someone in her chat. Yep. And whose child, oh, yeah. That's when you unsubscribed. That was awful, Ruth Carroll. That was years ago. And that was awful. I know it's out there on the internet somewhere. I don't have that. I have it somewhere, but it's way in the archives, that live stream. That was awful. That was awful. So what, somebody was talking about their child in Katie's chat, and Katie wanted to be all about herself. And this mama was going through something serious, and so was that baby. And Katie Joy stopped everything and cussed them out for giving this woman attention because it was supposed to be about her. It was awful. You're still 22, Unitopia? I'm older than you. I'm 23. Got you beat. Oh, she had a big old box with a spigot. She drinks that. Was that a dog or a goat? I want to know where my dog is. I might pause here for a second and go see. I got a goat walking out there. Y'all, I'm going to tell you a story real quick too. She did brag about her hate for her. Yeah, it does enrich her. It does. It makes her rich. People that hate her, it has brought her money. But I wouldn't care. I would. You're putting your family at risk too. Is it worth it? No. This morning, there is another goat. That's not my dog. This morning, my blonde dog, she's special, y'all. She's a we rescued her, and she's one of those dogs that I'd probably say her daddy is also her uncle. You know what I'm saying? She's special. I love her. She's so sweet, but she's very sensitive to food and stuff. I make her own food, and I have her on, like, she has some kibble, but special kibble, and I make food. She does pick her nose with Carol. And oh, the baby passed away. That's right. That she was talking about. There's my dog. Okay, she's good. So my blonde dog, not our Bella out here. You know how you're sitting there and you hear your dog. If you have dogs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They need to make it an alarm sound of a dog about to vomit, right? You hear all the it's about to happen, it's about to happen, and I hear her and I'm like, no, not in the house. So I'm like, come on, we can make it outside. So I get to the front door, let her came through here, get her out these doors, and she literally, with all this drama, pukes up one tiny piece of potato, like a chunk of potato. I made stew, and apparently my husband decided to give her a potato. I said, don't give that dog scraps, because we don't give our dogs a lot of scraps, but come on, they're farm dogs too. But she doesn't. It's a one tiny potato, y'all. She all this drama, and and it was it was like a 1/4 inch cube of potato. So I sent a message to my husband. I was like, stop feeding Wilma June table food. She totally busted you because she went out there and she barfed up one solo potato because that's all I gave her. He said, She totally ratted me out. I gave her one tiny piece of potato. There's my Bella Joy. There's my Bella. Um, you're gonna hear her drink water. Sorry. So, anyways, it was hilarious. So my husband was like, "Well, that's snitch." All right, so let's move on to who's pregnant. Yeah, it's a horrible sound whenever you know they're about to do it. Okay, so let's see when Amy unsubbed. When she made fun of Caroline with her, oh yes, with the M&Ms, making fun. So this woman has autism, but yeah, she was sensitive to these sounds, and she asked Katie Joy, please, and Katie mimicked her, made fun of her, and just ate more and more and more. She disgusts me too. Yeah, Wilma June, that's adorable. So as a kid, my dad called me Wilma Weiner sometime whenever I was being a total brat, I'm sure. So Wilma Weiner. And then my grandma's name was June. So we named her Wilma June. All of our animals have middle names because I rescue a lot and I bring a lot of babies through here. And so if they get a middle name, that means they're staying. Isn't that right, Bella Joy? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come say hi. Don't knock everything over. Come here. You say hi? You say hi? You say hi? Let's see. This is our lovely Bella Joy. Hold on. This is going to be a mess for a second. Okay. Is your face on there? Your face on there? Yeah. Bella Joy, everyone. I love you. So, anyways, so pregnancy. Anyone know? Dean Winchester is named after Dean Winchester. Cutie. She is a cutie. She's a rescue too. This is a good dog right here, y'all. She has saved my husband 4 times from being bit by a copperhead, and she got bit by the copperhead, not my husband. So she's immune to it now, pretty much. Oh, Bella, I know, right, Genevieve? Okay, who's pregnant? Who is pregnant? Who is pregnant, y'all? We'll start with that one. You know who that is, right? We know who that is. We know who that is. And we also know that I don't follow her on Instagram, so none of my business, right? Happy, and I'm happy, right? But if you know why it's upsetting. Because of their actions, in my opinion. Not necessarily, I mean, because of partly because of their actions, let's say some of their actions, has booted Miranda off of it's booted Miranda off of social media. And she doesn't get to share what if Miranda's pregnant? And I was talking to someone the other day who I follow this real closely with because they have more insight with the cult, the quote unquote cult, with Robert Shin and all that. And so they have more insight with that and the dancers and everything. And so I said, what are the chances that maybe they've got word that Miranda's pregnant? And I have to one up you. Also, I was told that when she started to post about her pregnancy after she announced, she did to where she blocked and, from comments, she blocked Miranda's name. Now, someone knows that because they were trying to comment. And then eventually she undid it. And then, of course, people were like, where's Miranda? Where's Miranda type thing. Yeah. So that's who's pregnant. Melanie. Yeah, happy for her. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, it's going to be terrible. She's going to be a bad mom. No. I mean, they've got a lot of support. They're financially stable. Clearly, I just hope she doesn't, live vicariously through this child but whatever. I mean, none of my business. Okay. But Melanie is pregnant and, yeah. I mean, I don't want to say, oh, is Miranda pregnant too? I don't know. Okay. I'm not saying Miranda's pregnant. I'm not. I'm saying that what if it could be that she is. right? And because I said, do you think that Melanie would do a one up on her? Like, do you think that she could be pregnant and Melanie knows? And so, because apparently this wasn't planned, but I don't even want to go there, but I was just curious, like, is she that personality type? And they said, yeah, they think she is. And so then I thought, oh my gosh, if that were true, and I'm not saying it is because it's probably not. Um, if that were true, then that's so sad for Miranda. But I don't know if Miranda would even put that on social media, anyways. I don't really care about that family, but still, congrats. Those okay. Thank you, Unitopia. Thank you. That's the best way to say it. Okay. I don't really care about that family, but still, congrats. Any new baby coming is joy. I will say that. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making me not look like such an asshole. There's a lot. And then Cheryl's like, opposite, like, no, she's not going to celebrate it. Not me. You know, they've helped KJ to some degree. Um, and in some ways, I look at it like, KJ helped them. She did all their dirty work. She's the one being sued. Do you think they've given her a dime? I'm pretty sure they haven't. What else we got here? Let's see if I got anything. I have a couple other things. Oh, y'all want to see? Now, I had to mute this. Y'all, I can't get over this. This is Melanie. Hold on. Where did the, oh, it's up here. No? What the heck? Oh, I guess I didn't upload it. Let me add it. I'll just add one. It blew my mind, y'all. Okay. Let me take this off the screen. Read chat for a sec. Cheryl, you're a better person than me, Utopia. Look, and that's the thing. We all can have our feelings about it. And some of us have seen more than others, or or have some more personal attachment to it because of our own life experiences. But I gotta show y'all this because this bothers me. This drives me crazy. Okay. I'm not a fan of Melanie, and it's not because of Miranda necessarily. If I were to come across her on social media, I wouldn't be a fan of her. I just wouldn't. But that's okay, because guess what? All I have to do is exit out and leave. I don't have to leave negative comments. I don't have to be a bully, right? I just leave. That's the beauty of it. She's not my cup of tea. But this gets me, y'all. This gets me. She learned, fuck y'all. She learned a new dance, okay? And she was showing it to her grandmother and she recorded it. Y'all, I could never. I don't care what stage of life I was in. I don't care. Now, my grandparents were so religious, like probably, you could compare their religion to a lot of these churches that Katie Joy covers. Okay, if you catch my drift, very religious. Okay, so I have to look at it from my own personal experience of how it would be. I would never do this. Y'all ready for this? Y'all, I had to mute it because I'd get a copyright because the music she's playing. That was in front of her grandmother. Could you ever? You could care less about Melanie. I could care less about Melanie too. I don't mean to be an asshole, but I just don't. It is stupid and gross. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. And then I've got more of her parents and her dancing, but I'm not going to be that much of a jerk today. But I'm going to end it here in just a couple minutes. But I want to say this. Oh, there's a spider right there. What I was talking about, started to talk about the end of my live yesterday, was this case, this situation where there's a creator in Ohio. She's on TikTok and she is suing Gabby, who is a problematic person on TikTok. And then there's a YouTuber, Crash Out Kaylee, and she's suing both of them. And I was going to talk about it on here, but we know how distracted I get. It was long. There's a lot of yelling because Feisty yells. And yeah, your mother would have beat you. Same here. I'd still be grounded to this day. Probably, mm-mm. yeah, it's crazy. But so I was talking about this case yesterday, and whenever I played the clip of feisty people, see people like, no, I'm out. They dipped out because she is angry and she yells. But I did a video and it cuts a lot of that out. So it's done and I'm about to put it up on my channel. I just it's already uploaded. I just have to do the thumbnail, make sure I have everything right, and then I will publish it. So yeah, that was a dance. Yeah, and she, yeah, in front of her grandmother. And I know you can't really see it. Well, I mean, I'm on my phone, so it's really small. I don't know how big of a screen y'all have it set at, but yeah, it was a dance. But I finished the video because I decided I'm not going to do that to y'all on a live stream because a lot of people don't know that story. But it really intrigued me, y'all, and I think I laid it out very well in a video to kind of give you the idea of what's going on. You will have to listen to some yelling, but trust me, it's not that bad. So even if you don't want to watch it, I would appreciate if you go at least play it, and then if you lose interest in it, it still gives me the view. You can go over there and you can like it and you can comment on it. Stripper dance. Yep, stripper dance for her grandma. Definitely weird. So I decided to not to really talk about that too much on here. I had someone come in my chat yesterday and start fighting with me about it, and I barely even brought it up. And it's not that I don't mind having, banter. But do y'all want to hear me like frustrated with somebody and talking about a topic that y'all don't follow? So I decided to put it in a video, laid it out very clearly, I think. It explains why she's suing, why I think it's frivolous, why I think it shouldn't take, um, and why I think it's a waste of the court's time. These are my opinions. I'm entitled to them. I read everything. I've watched everything associated with it. I'm not just talking out of my butt. I'm not just saying something to say something. I have no dog in this fight. I did not know who Feisty was before. I did not know who Crash Out Kaylee was before. I only know who Gabby was, and that's how I found this person. Saw this yelling and screaming how she's going to sue everybody. And so I started watching it and I started watching it. I fell down that rabbit hole. So I don't expect y'all to have to sit here during a live stream and watch my ADD go all over the place. So I put it in a video. So it will be up this afternoon, here in a couple hours probably. If you would go give that at least a like and a view, that'd be great. But I really wish that you would watch it and see my point on this because it might be something that y'all have an interest in talking about because I am tired of seeing people on the internet. Now it's different with Katie Joy because that's true. That's high level defamation, right? What she's saying is pure defamation. You get in these banters with people. Like I said, there's people in here that are subbed in the drama community as well. And they go back and forth and they talk so much crap. This situation with this lawsuit is such child's play. Like this is baby work compared to what we see in the drama community on the daily. Okay. So seeing people sue people because they don't like what somebody said, or in this case, because there was an RO put against her and she had to travel and she wants her expenses back. But I show y'all that truly she didn't have to travel. My opinion, y'all can make up your own decision. I'm just going to show it in the video. You're so late. I'm ending it. I was about to say goodbye. We caught up with Katie Joy, her talking smack on Andy of Popcorn Planet. Ronell was in here to give us a little bit. We had a couple people that are familiar with that. We looked at some of those posts. We talked a little bit about my dog and talked about some posts that Katie Joy made that were ridiculous, of course, and how she makes everything about herself. And then we let everybody know that Melanie, Miranda's sister, is pregnant. So you can feel the way you want to feel about that. Again, every pregnancy should be celebrated unless it's, baby fetal alcohol. What's the word I'm looking for? Fetal alcohol syndrome type thing, or, a drug, or if a baby's going to be addicted to drugs upon delivery, those kind of things we don't want to celebrate. But we know that Melanie is going to be very responsible in her pregnancy. And for those people that follow her are going to hear about it on the daily, which that's fine. That's her, that's her, it's her business. But she's going to be, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. I really appreciate your support. I forget what it's like to be live and, the option of cash apps, the option of memberships. And I do want to, go live more. So, try to get that out there. But again, I think she's going to be very responsible with her pregnancy. And so, Jill says, thanks for your hard work on here with KJ. And there's JJ. I always have you as an active notification on here. Thank you. And if you're referring to me as JJ, it's funny because on YouTube, I'm pretty much, everybody just knows me as Southern Mutton, but on Instagram and X, or, Twitter, X, I'm known as JJ because in real life, I'm known as JJ. So there's that. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll end that here. I went over a little bit longer than what I was planning, but again, I want to thank you so much. You're in Canada, I see. So thank you. From Love from Canada. So I will, oh, thank you, Mama T. If you do choose to become a member, I think I have it at the lowest tier possible. I will be gifting memberships whenever go live again. I was about to say I'm going to be gone starting tomorrow. I'll be gone till late next week, so I won't be live. If I go live at all next week, I probably won't, unless something happens with the Katie case. I'll find a way to make it happen. I want to get back in the algorithm, so I'm going to try to post a video. The video that I put out today that I was telling y'all about, I had to stop it at 50 minutes and it was going to keep going. So I made a part 1. There'll be a part 2 to that. So hopefully I'll keep putting things on my channel and get that algorithm up. But I appreciate all of you so much for being here and sticking with me. And I will stick with this, Katie Joyce, definitely when it comes to the lawsuit. Right now, it's pretty much at a standstill. There is the hearing on December 31st at 9 a.m. And then from there, we'll keep an eye out. But if anything comes out before then, I'll let you know. You're welcome. I'll try to keep you updated. I know a lot of people have kind of dropped off talking about Katie Joy. I can't blame them. I was quiet for a while. Katie Joy is very hard to talk about. She's very hard to cover. When I make the videos, I'm sure y'all have seen my videos. If you're here supporting me here, I know that you support me on my videos. And if, what was I saying? I was reading the comment. You could tell that it's like, I can only, like, seriously, I need to give myself like an hour and that's it. Because I already forgot what I was saying. It wasn't important. Because I was reading Gracie's that said, also prayers for all on our jobs in life. So yes, if you're the praying type for all of those in need, especially right now in that, as we approach Christmas, the holiday time, all that, let's pray for those that are going to have a difficult time. I know that I talked to somebody today whose husband was injured, so we want to, send love to them. And Renelle Smith, her mother was in surgery yesterday. She came in to chat while she was at the hospital, and that surgery went well. She's recovering well. So again, thank you so much. You're welcome. I will continue doing all my hard work, and I will chat with all of you wonderful people later. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next one. It'll at least be a week, but I'll see you soon. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day. Stay warm. I know I'm complaining because it's in the 40s here. I know some people are in the negatives. So stay warm. Bye, y'all.